Okay, hi. I'm Rhonda Reger. I am a professor at University of North Texas, and I teach strategic management and entrepreneurship classes and organization theory at the doctoral level. And I've been teaching content analysis for quite some time, and I am been teaching this Karma course for about 5 years. I've been using the methods that I cover in the Karma class really since my dissertation, so for over 30 years. I love teaching this class. I hope that you would be interested in taking it. The course is really focused more on the use of these methods in strategic management and org theory and other macro level of analysis. But I have, if you're familiar with my research, I study sometimes founders and would-be entrepreneurs and individuals in organizations, but look at those from a very macro perspective. So I think that even micro people may enjoy the course as well. I wanted to take a couple of minutes just to tell you what we're going to cover in the class and see if, so you can see if this class is what you're interested in. On the first day, we're going to cover data collection and specifically interviewing, and we'll be going over what's called the Joya method. Denny Joya and his colleagues from Penn State, and the Kathy Eisenhart method, Kathy Eisenhart at Stanford University. Those are the two most often interviewing methods in strategic management. And so we will be talking about those methods and reading some of their articles that are exemplars of how to do that. Also on day one, we'll be looking at other ways to collect data, both archival methods, and then part of the Joya method is beyond interviewing. It is also being embedded in the organization, spending several months or going once a week over a period of time, and really getting a good feel of what's going on in the organization. So that's the first day. Days 2 and 3, we're going to be focusing on data analysis. So on the first day, you collected this big pile of data, and you have hundreds of pages or hundreds of documents in your files. And we'll be looking at both inductive and deductive. Inductive just means grounded in your data, and we'll be talking about how to code for that and to let your data talk to you to create new theory. And then also deductive, which is grounded in theory. So you have a theory, you might have categories that you want to code your data into, and we'll be talking about methods to do that, as well as within deductive dictionary-based methods. And this is where the software that I ask students to rent, if they don't want to purchase it, is Luke, LIWC software. And it is created by a psychologist out of the University of Texas. And the software can be rented for under $10, which is really great. And that's for a month. The Luke software has over 80 existing dictionaries that you can use that they have, but you can also create your own and run them through the Luke software with your own custom dictionary. So part of in day 2 and 3 is we'll be talking about how to create your own dictionary and how to validate it, and also some other software packages like Cat Scanner and Diction and other places where you can find dictionaries to help you analyze the data that you have. Also, toward the end of that, we'll be talking about how you can take the results of the analysis that you've done from content analysis and put that with other data, such as financial data from companies, so that you can do theory testing. And then the last day, day 4, we'll be looking at some of the newer methods that are being used, including visual content analysis. Up until the day 4, we'll be talking about either taking interview data, oral data, or already written data, and taking the oral data and turning it into written data and analyzing that. But the newer methods look at visual content analysis and things like looking at internet memes and photos and videos, pitch competitions, and using content analysis to qualitatively look at those. And also natural language processing to look at CEO personality and other data that you can get from looking at interviews or speeches that have been given by CEOs or founders. And so that's what we'll be doing on day 4. And students should leave this course with a toolkit that they can use in their dissertations or other research that they're doing to analyze, to create qualitative data and to analyze that, and to, we'll also talk quite a bit as we go along about publishing with this kind of data, because it's considered pretty hard to do in strategic management, although all publishing is hard to do. And so it's always easier if you know what you're doing and you have someone who can answer your questions. The pace of the days, we have 4 days, and so there'll be time, lots of time to ask questions. There'll also be time where we'll break into small groups and you'll get a chance to practice creating a dictionary, practice interviewing, thinking about and coming up with research designs where you could use some of these methods. And certainly I'll be available to answer your questions as well. So I hope that you found this informative, and I hope that I will see some of you in June.